One wrong Incoterm and you're down 100K in a single shipment. In the next 10 minutes, I will give you 3 things: the exact mistakes companies make when choosing Incoterms, real cases where money was lost or saved, and a simple framework to protect your margins and reduce risk. My name is Gazki. I'm the Managing Director of Gazki Ltd. Since 2012, we've been building and managing international trade flows of physical industrial products and business services between Ukraine and over 25 countries around the world. We've seen deals fail and succeed purely because of picking the wrong Incoterms. First, we'll break down the biggest mistakes companies make with Incoterms. Then I'll show you real-life cases, Ukraine, India, and Europe. And at the end, I'll give you the most important rule that protects your margin and reduces risk. Listen carefully to each step and then download our free Incoterm decision framework below this video to apply in your business. Let's start with the most underestimated risk. You buy goods on FCA in Ukraine. Everything looks fine. The supplier hands over the goods, the truck leaves, and then something happens on the way. Damage, theft, or in extreme cases, a missile or drone strike. Under FCA, you carry the risk from the moment the goods are handed over to you. That means you lose the cargo, you lose the money, and in many cases, you still remain with obligations. FCA gives you control, but it also gives you full exposure. Now let's move further. Let me give you a real example. We had a shipment of pipes from Nikopol in Ukraine to the port of Constanța in Romania. We had 2 options: FCA Nikopol or DAP Constanța. On FCA, the buyer takes over everything immediately: transport risk, insurance, coordination. On DAP, the supplier is responsible until the delivery to the destination. Now, here's the key insight. In unstable regions like parts of Ukraine, DAP can significantly reduce your operational risk. Yes, it might look a little bit more expensive upfront, but you shift responsibility, you reduce uncertainty, and you avoid catastrophic loss. Sometimes paying more per ton means saving your entire deal. Many business owners think, I want to control everything. But here's the truth. Control equals responsibility. And sometimes it is strategically smarter to shift responsibility to your trading partner, especially when you don't control the local environment, you don't have operational infrastructure, and you don't fully understand logistics risks. In conclusion, not every deal should be controlled by you. Sometimes the smartest move is to not control it. Now, the Incoterms FCA is not bad per se. In fact, in some cases, it is very powerful. FCA is highly beneficial when you are the supplier, or you want to hide the route or final consignee. Because under FCA, you control the CMR. That's the name of the Uniform Way Bill documenting cargo, transport conditions, and carrier responsibility. You control the logistics chain. You can even change documents during transit. This is very extremely powerful and important in trade structures where you don't want supplier and buyer to know each other. You operate as an intermediary, or you protect your margin. FCA is not about logistics, it's about control of information. Now let's move to sea freight. FOB versus CIF. We had a case. Tools shipped by sea from India to Poland in order to be shipped to Ukraine afterwards. 2 structures were available: FOB India and CIF Poland. Under FOB, you control freight, you negotiate shipping, and you optimize cost. As a result, you can save significant money. But there's more. Under FOB, you also control the bill of lading, the visibility between the parties, and the commercial structure as a whole. Now, in CIF, the supplier handles freight and insurance. CIF is useful when you want to inspect goods upon arrival. You want to take quality samples at the port, and you want less operational involvement. And this is critical. On FOB, you cannot do that before shipment leaves. On CIF, you receive the goods and can inspect. If you're working with Ukraine or evaluating for your commercial operations, use the form below this video and request the free confidential review of your case. We'll help you structure the right Incoterms, reduce risk, and improve your margin. Now, one of the most dangerous misunderstandings is EXW versus FCA. They sound similar, but they are not. EXW means that you take full responsibility from the supplier's door. And this means that you must handle export clearance, customs, documentation, and loading. And this is often unclear. Now imagine this in a complex country where customs procedures are neither automated nor straightforward. And instead, it requires real expertise and a deep understanding of local bureaucracy. Or consider another scenario scenario, you purchase materials that require specific documentation for export clearance. In such cases, it is far more efficient to have the original manufacturer or seller, if you will, handle these formalities, as they already possess the required knowledge and document templates expected by local authorities, right? So two major problems arise if going with the Incoterm EXW. One, goods are not loaded onto the truck by the supplier. You pay extra. You potentially encounter delays which might lead to chaos. Two, goods may require licenses or special certificates. You may not be able to export at all. So my advice for complex markets, avoid EXW unless you have strong local expertise. Better to use the Incoterm FCA, where supplier handles export clearance and loads the goods onto the transport. If you must use EXW, always define additional conditions. For example, is the loading of the goods onto the transport included? Will export documents be prepared by the supplier? Always require the responsibility to be defined and split clearly. Put it in a side agreement, or otherwise you're exposed to hidden costs and operational failure. Now, something most people ignore is transport cost equals cost structure. Rail versus truck, route selection, border crossings, each of them can save you tens of thousands or destroy your competitiveness, because logistics cost sits directly in your product cost. If your logistics is too expensive, your product becomes non-competitive. You might end up losing the deal. The important rule here is to always calculate logistics cost as a percentage of the product cost and compare your options. Always. Here's the biggest mistake companies make. They choose Incoterms based on habit, not strategy, and that is why they lose money. Before we finish, let's structure this clearly. In this video, we covered several extremely important points. How you can lose 100K with the wrong Incoterm. Why FCA can expose you to full risk. When DAP reduces your exposure. How FCA gives you control over information and structure. FOB versus CIF. Control versus simplicity. Why EXW is dangerous in complex countries. And how logistics decisions affect your competitiveness. Below this video, you can download our free Incoterms decision framework, which we specifically designed to help you structure your deals correctly. If you're working with Ukraine or considering it, reach out to us using the form below this video for a personal and confidential strategy review. Let our team help you choose the right structure to reduce risk and improve your financial results. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for being with us. See you in the next video.